You could see how my racket doesn't go too high on the turn. It's just basically simply taking it back around the face level height, and I continue taking it back. And at this point, it's around my shoulder level height, a little bit lower or on the same level. It is a good level for your hand to be with the racket. Don't go too high, we really put pressure on the shoulder. After we have prepared with this nice unit turn, having the racket taken back with a nice rotation, racket behind, pointing that middle fence, the body is turned sideways with the feet peeved. You could see my shoulder turn. Now from here comes part number 3, step forward. And this is very simple. You just really want to transfer the weight that you have here. You really want to push forward with a step, and the step gotta be to the side. Make sure when you step forward, the foot is not turned too much this way or not too much this way. I see players at the beginning, when they're learning in the beginning, they start making a bad habit of the foot either pointing too much forward or too much sideways. So the step forward should be just very simple, to the side and forward, and you gotta really feel strong on the ground, balance, so you could really later use the weight and that balance from your legs, putting it into the shot. Part number 4 is simply letting the racket drop under the ball to the hit, to the contact of the ball. So after we've prepared the racket back, we've stepped forward, part number 3, now the racket drops under the ball, and you will see that will happen very naturally on its own because of the way you're taking the racket back. It's going to get under the ball very easy, much easier, and now getting under the ball and coming to hit the ball at part number 4 in front. So this part, dropping the racket to the hit, part number 4, and you really want the racket to hit the ball in front of you and keeping the racket face in that position. And of course, if the level of the ball is different, you cannot hit the ball in this position, but we're now just talking about the basic stuff. So I really want you to understand that the best way to hit the ball is around the hip level. This is where you could really produce the best contact and the most power of the body, as we're staying very strong on that place. And you want to see the racket in front of you. Angle of the racket has it right because of the way we hold the grip already. Everything is prepared. Just remember the racket is straight in front. You want to hit it in front. At this point also, your left arm here stays in front. You don't want the left arm to be on the side. You want it to stay right and in front of the racket, basically almost in the same position as the racket, because it's going to give you balance and really good posture of your body to stay stable and really stay balanced during the hit. Part number 5, follow through to finish. After we've hit the ball in front, from here we're just gonna lead the ball forward. So contact point, follow through, and you could see something here very different that I want to mention. You could see how my arm here points to the sky. My arm is open, but as we hit the ball, that arm is going to go on top of the ball, and you could see how my arm here twisted with this part now facing up. And in this way, really gonna help us to close the racket on top of the ball and gives us that nice rotation of the ball and could give you this top spin that you really want to develop with a tennis ball. As you hit the ball and you do this part here going up, you could see the motion is going up and to the side, and you could see my hand here basically staying on around the shoulder level height here when it goes on top of the ball. And this is very strong to go to the side, and you could really accelerate. So